India's rivers have always been more than just water. They were our lifelines, our mothers, our teachers. For thousands of years, the entire civilization grew around them. And here is what is fascinating. They managed to keep these rivers crystal clean without modern filters, sewage systems, or fancy technology. The people of ancient India actually understood water better than most of us do today. In Indus Valley civilization, over 4,000 years ago, cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro had underground drains and water recycling pits. Every drop of water had a purpose, nothing mixed with waste. Even back then, one simple rule kept the flow alive, and the river will clean itself. Move a few centuries ahead to the Vedic period, and rivers become sacred symbols of life. But here is the thing, their rituals were in blind devotion. They were rooted in science disguised as spirituality. People used clay, flowers and grains to worship, all biodegradable, all harmless. Cremation ashes were released only downstream, so drinking water upstream stayed pure. They treated rivers as living beings, not dump yards, and it worked. For thousands of years, the Ganga, Yamuna, Godavari and Narmada kept their purity. But something shifted when industrialization began. We built factories, expanded cities and poured chemicals straight into the same sacred waters. What was once worshipped became exploitation. The numbers are shocking. India produces around 60 billion liters of wastewater every single day, and 2/3 of it goes untreated. The Ganga alone receives sewage from over 100 cities and towns. The Yamuna, once described in poetry as silver flowing through Delhi, now carries 80% of its pollution from just the capital city. It's not that the rivers stopped cleaning themselves. It is that we gave them more poison than nature could handle. And what is even more ironic, the very faith that once protected rivers now hurts them. During festivals, millions immerse idols made of plaster Paris coated with toxic paint. What used to be a natural offering of flowers and leaves has turned into mounds of plastic and synthetic fabric. It is not the religion that's the problem. It is how we distorted it. Ancient rituals were about balance. Scientists studying the Ganga found something incredible. Bacteriophages, natural viruses that kill harmful bacteria, making its water last fresh for months. The British noticed it centuries ago. Even after weeks in sealed containers, Ganga water didn't spoil. It had a built-in immune system. That is how alive our rivers used to be. And today we have clogged that immune system with our waste. We dammed, drained and diverted the flow. We extract, pollute and expect miracles. And yet we still call it divine. The truth is, our ancestors weren't magical. They were methodical. They designed cities around respect for water. There were separate areas for bathing, washing and drinking. Wastewater flowed through sandbed and reed patches before it touches the main river. Seasonal floods were allowed to clean the banks. Nothing was accidental. Everything was intentional. Compare that to now. Drains directly open into rivers. Industries hide waste discharge at night. And untreated sewage runs right beside temples. Almost 70% of India's surface water is unsafe to drink. Think about that. In a land that worshipped water, most of it can't be touched. And here is where it gets interesting again. Across India, people are starting to remember the old ways and mixing them with modern science. In Rajasthan, communities are reviving 1,000-year-old step wells and johats to recharge groundwater. In Tamil Nadu, ancient airy tanks are being restored to prevent floods and store rainwater. In Uttarakhand, wetlands are being used as natural filters to clean polluted water. When the 2020 lockdown happened and human activity paused, both the Ganga and Yamuna began healing within weeks. The water cleared up, fish returned, the self-purifying systems came back online. Proof that nature doesn't hold grudges, it just waits for a break. So how did our ancestors keep them clean? Not with machines, not with strict laws, but with awareness, with discipline. They saw river as an extension of themselves. Polluting it was unthinkable. They didn't need campaigns. Respect was built into their culture. And maybe that's what we have lost, the connection. We have become over religious but underconscious. We shout louder prayers but listen less. We talk about blessing while we pour toxins into the very thing that we pray to. The rivers haven't stopped flowing. They are just asking us to stop pretending. If ancient India could build entire cities without harming rivers, surely the modern India can save them with all our technology. It's not about going back in time, it's about bringing back that mindset. The one that says worship isn't just about belief, it's about behavior. Science and faith don't have to fight. They used to be the same thing. We can bring them back together. The rivers can breathe again because they were never just sacred. They were systems of life, perfectly balanced, deeply understood. And today, maybe the most spiritual thing that we can do is not just light a lamp for the river, but make sure it's clean enough to see its reflection in it again.